You got damn, I messed up. All right, you guys, we're back. Sean Javon, All 52 Podcasts, Baseball Edition. We don't really do this much, but that was a crazy trade deadline
This trade
yesterday.
deadline, man. Yeah.
It was crazy yesterday. That was so I never seen that many moves. I watch baseball. Maybe I don't want to say never. I hate when people talk in like crazy terms, but I haven't seen that many moves in baseball at the trade deadline in a long time. It was man, some teams got better. Some teams, I don't know what Javon stands on his Orioles, because I know where I stand on my Yankees. Some teams didn't get better. Like some teams didn't get better. Some teams got significantly better. Some teams didn't. There's definitely winners and losers. I was very impressed with some of the moves that some teams made, and not impressed with some of the moves that the lack of moves a certain team in New York made. But we'll get there. Javon, what's your thoughts on? What was your thoughts? Like overall thoughts before we go individual.
I like that the teams who actually have a chance at this thing didn't get scared. They actually went for it. The Cubs in particular were my favorite from this deadline. Absolutely. Yeah, yesterday was eventful for me. Because I knew Taylor Ward was getting moved, knew Adley Rushman was getting moved. Happy Jackson Holiday didn't. If that was the case, I would have bought his jersey at the ballpark on Friday night instead of just getting the cheap shirt version for Pete Alonso. But he hit a home run after I bought his merch gear, whatever. So on top of the trade deadline being yesterday's my first day back at work after taking some time off to go home, be with the family. Walking to the office, and I get this thing right here.
Congrats, my brother. Congrats.
The New York News Publishers Association presents to Javon Edmonds of the Post Standard this 2025 Distinguished Live Sports Coverage Award of Excellence for entries submitted in the contest for Newspaper Continuing Excellence Awards program sponsored by the New York News Publishers Association. So yeah, thank you to the NYNPA for this. We got this when Steve Angeli popped his Achilles down at Clemson last September. Apparently, we did a damn good job covering that. So, crazy profession. Dude pops his Achilles, not getting an award for
it. Yeah, that's wild to say that.
I mean, that's what it comes down to. That is crazy. So when I see Steve on Wednesday, I don't know what my conversation with him is going to be. I don't want to thank the guy for popping his Achilles. By the way, the way he's handled it, because I don't know how I'd handle everyone asking me about my injury rehab and how I'm ready to go, and the same question about my Achilles for 6, 7, 8 months straight. The way that guy's handled it, he's been a class act. Had a chance to chop it up with him down in Charlotte last month. Truly good guy. So glad to see him back out there. Hope he can stay healthy through training camp and have himself a good season. But yeah, again, thank you to the News Publishers Association. Very honored. Something to mail back home and something for grandma to hang up in the living room.
That's dope. And man, let's be real. That's one of many awards that's gonna come for your career doing this, man. You got a long time, man. You got a long time in this, so you're gonna be killing it. So I'm proud of you, man.
Yeah, man, appreciate it. You got a second place earlier that they only gave out one plaque to share between 4 of us. So my guy Chris Carlson, you hold on to this one. I'm not hanging second place in my spot, and I'm not sending second place home for my grandparents, my little brother, or my incoming niece to see. This one though, this can go back home. So
yeah, that's dope. I like that. No second place. That's a Mamba mentality right there. No second place trophy. Nah. We're not hanging up second place trophies, yo.
Very, very happy to receive it. Be recognized, but that's not getting hung up back home.
Nah, doesn't make sense.
All right, well, we know a team that ain't coming in second place. The National League
Stop the season
All-Stars.
now. Stop the season now.
The National League All-Stars, also known as the Dodgers of Chavez Ravine, have added Tarek Skubal for cheap. So the what's the guy's name? Zahil Hope, I want to say, is the crown jewel of the package going back to Detroit.
Yep.
Outfielder that's supposed to be good. He's only, what, 18, 19?
19, okay. Picture.
Two other prospects, I don't even know if they were in the Baseball America Top 100. I'd have to double check. Sean, I got some thoughts on this one outside of baseball, but I'll let you go first.
I think we're both on the same page. I don't really have too much thoughts on the Dodgers actually getting him. Listen, he's the best pitcher in baseball. If you have the assets, you go get him. And they have the assets, they go get him. The bigger problem is what that trade means for baseball and what that trade means for the sport. Because I've been online and I haven't seen, unless you're in LA. I know Jerron's an LA fan, stuff like that. Cool. You're set up to win your third straight title. You're going to be the last team since my Yankees did it in the early 2000s. Cool, whatever. But I haven't seen positive comments about this trade because of, and we're not talking about the trade. Again, if you're the Dodgers, you go get the best pitcher in baseball. I'm not knocking you. But the way the collection of talent is with the Dodgers, again, I know I come on this show and I hate the second apron because I hate how in the NBA, how it spreads out talent. But we can't have one team be an all-star team. I don't want to be, again, it's talking hyperboles, but this might be the most talented team in baseball history. They're definitely up there with all the guys who might make Hall of Fame and the talent in this era on one team. I think it's really bad for baseball. I think that we are going to have a lockout, and I'm really, 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 I'll be surprised if we have a 2027 Major League Baseball season. Because if I'm an owner, this is not sustainable. This is not fun. Because at the end of the day, baseball is the one sport that I have to say this. When you get into the postseason, anything can happen. So it's not guaranteed the Dodgers are going to win. But if they win, it ain't going to be celebrated like it should be that they won 3 straight titles. Like we're not going to celebrate them. Like, because we're going to be like, oh, you bought all the talent. But regarding the move, Detroit, you messed up on this aspect. I understand you thought you had a chance to win the World Series this year, but you wasn't going to sign that guy. You could have got a more package if you trade him in the offseason. I just don't believe, like, I understand trying to go for it, cool, but you got the third best outfield from the Dodgers farm system. They still have 2 other outfielders that are better than him, well, ranked higher than him, quote unquote, right now. For the best pitcher in baseball, you gave the best team in baseball. That I thought that was an underwhelming trade. A+ for the Dodgers on the trade, and I'm giving the Tigers about a C.
So Detroit got the number 25 prospect and the number 68 prospect in the Baseball America Top 100. And the Dodgers number 17. Sean, I think I'm with you for Skubal. They weren't supposed to accept anyone outside of the top 100.
Absolutely.
Even if you're bringing 2 outfielders in. Oh, well. Here's my thing. Number one, you don't get Emmett Sheehan back in the deal. I don't care what kind of season he's had. We know Emmett Sheehan's going to be a good pitcher.
He is.
And he showed it last year.
It's going to be really good. And
the change of scenery and being relied upon a little more in, quite frankly, a weaker division, I think would have gone a long way for him. You don't get Sheehan back in the deal. You called the Dodgers. You didn't give the Rays a chance. And you tried to make the Brewers pay a higher price than the Dodgers. I need investigation into that. That's not shaky.
Yeah.
In what world do you tax mid-market Milwaukee more than Los Angeles?
Makes no sense.
no teams develop prospects better than the Dodgers and the Rays, and you don't give the Rays a chance.
Yeah, that makes no sense. Makes no sense.
If it's two front offices that I just absolutely said need to go yesterday, Detroit and Baltimore, clean house, start completely over again. The way both of those front offices squandered, and I mean squandered, super promising futures. It's ridiculous.
It's bad.
It's inexcusable.
It's bad.
I cannot believe that whatsoever. And on the page of the Lockout, I'm fine with it happening. And the players are going to complain like, "Oh no, this is just another way for the owners to keep the money in their pockets." No, because the cap, there's going to be a floor. The NFL, you got to spend 90% of your cap. I can't remember what it is in the NBA. It ain't 90% because we see teams hand some money in the offseason. But it ain't like you can hoard your money. I mean, I remember in 2016, I know I've been said it probably a million times on this show. Can't get it out of my mind. Alan Crabb got 4 years, $75 million from the Trailblazers because they just had to spend their money.
Yep.
Lou Alding and Timothy Mozgov got $18 million each around that same time from the Lakers because they had to spend their money. And they were not going to spend it before 2018 when LeBron James, Paul George, and DeMarcus Cousins were all free agents. So, I'm for it. And you know what? I'm going to blame the players.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you why. When you're this corny, because the Dodgers were Scubo's preferred destination. Although I do think Milwaukee would have been just fine. Him and Mizorowski is your top two. You can win a World Series off of that. If you got some guys who can just get on base.
Yep.
Y'all all want to go team up on the Dodgers and be on some turkey stuff. Let's be honest with you. That's very corny. Zero competitiveness. You want to go form the National League All-Star team over on the Dodgers. This is going to be the price to pay. When you don't want to be competitive, here's what you're going to get. I'm fine with it. We can lose next season.
Absolutely.
And we were both crying, "Oh, they'll mess up your momentum. They'll make the same mistake you made in the mid-90s."
Yep.
Damn that. It's out the window.
Done. Would that trade happen? Me on the same page. Forget all that momentum stuff. Forget all that stuff. The way baseball is going right now, I could completely agree with you. First of all, Milwaukee. Actually, I'm going to say this about Detroit. And we're going to talk about Rushman in a second. But the Red Sox package for what they gave up for Rushman, I think it's just as equally or better what Baltimore got than what Detroit got.
No, because Boston only gave us one top 100 prospect.
No, but you got 3 out of the Boston's. What I was going to say about this is you got 3 out of Boston's 5 top prospects in their system.
Can we talk about that?
Go ahead.
That just tells me your system ain't that good. We got 3 of your top 5, and only 1 was in the top 100. I got a problem with that, number 1. And then when you look at, I ain't gonna break down the trade.
Yeah, don't break it down. Yeah.
What? Gotta get the rush.
Yeah, what my thing is 3 out of 5.
I got one thing I can say that's not really diving into the rushing part. The way I feel about these trades in baseball, because baseball is the system where I hate the trades the most.
Why?
The whole you trade for nothing but prospects thing.
Yeah.
I can't stand it. And I'm gonna tell you why. It's the same reason I hate those mock draft analysts over in the NBA.
I get it.
The evaluation is coming from writers who sometimes being told what to think from these front offices who know nothing from the worst front offices in the history of sports.
Mm-hmm.
And you're supposed to just get your hype up for these kids, but neither. They actually ain't that good because we see that top 100 get changed drastically multiple times a year.
Yep.
Every year.
Mm-hmm.
Or your organization that knows just knows how to ruin young talent, that trade ain't going to do nothing for it. They might have got a guy who can be the next Babe Ruth, but they're going to ruin him in their farm system. So I don't even get excited for what you get in return, really.
I see what you're saying. So you're basically saying, like, yeah, you're training proven players for unproven players. That's just what baseball is built about. You really see guys being traded.
I would much rather you be allowed to trade draft picks in baseball. I really would.
That's the same thing.
Nah, because at least I get to scout the guy high school, college.
Okay.
And I get to make the choice on draft day.
Good point.
Next season.
Good point. Why don't they let them trade draft picks? That would make it much easier if I was a team. Like, and I knew you're going to be I like the Mets. The Mets will be able to trade. You know what I'm saying? Like, that actually makes a lot more sense to think about it.
Makes no sense to me.
Yeah. So overall, what I meant is like getting 3 out of 5. I think you did not get the 3 best prospects from the Dodgers, or 3 out of their 5 best prospects. You got 1 of them, but you didn't get 3 out of them. So that I'm just meaning the totality of looking at that system. Milwaukee, you have a chance. You haven't won a World Series. You have a really good team. You have Miz might be. He's definitely in the top 3. Him, Skeens, and Skubal are the best pitchers in baseball. Let's say it like that, right?
I don't know what's going on with Skeens, by the way.
Yeah,
the Pirates want us to believe that he's working on reducing velocity and involving more movement in his pitches. But the drastic change, I'm not buying it. I think he's either his shoulder or his elbow was hurt. I'm not hearing it.
Let's not. I'm not going to be surprised with anything with these pitches when we talked about this multiple times in the show.
Rausch.
Yeah.
I took my dad. My dad collects trading cards. So I took him out Howard County for a card show. They had a Mizorowski out there that was going for like $135. And I'm like, I'm looking at the card. I'm like, $135 for Mizorowski. By the way, I'm worried about him. And the guy who was selling the card, he's like, Tommy John. I said yes.
Yeah.
He's throwing everything at 105.
Yeah, you can't. It's not sustainable. And I think the Brewers are a smart organization. Why doesn't he develop more? Like, he could take a little bit off and throw 101, and he's still go. Yeah, I mean, I don't think throwing 105 consistently is a recipe for someone who's going to have a 10, 15 years.
I'll be honest with you. If you're a good pitcher, you don't have to throw higher than 95.
No, exactly. You have a good point. Great point. I was watching old Greg Maddux clips the other day on YouTube. I don't know why. I just came up. I was like, man, the movement on the baseball was magical, like magical. Even John Smoltz, he threw hard to break. The movement on the baseball was special. I think, again, in this era is completely just about velocity. But yeah, I just think the move overall for the Dodgers is not great for baseball. I think baseball is in a real troubling state because when I don't want to say, because again, baseball postseason is a crapshoot, but it's like a 75% chance the Dodgers should win the World Series. And I'm being real. I don't see with that rotation that anyone's beating that team. And they might win it in dominant fashion. They might go only lose 2-3 games in the whole postseason, right? On their way to the World Series. Like, I don't see anyone beating the Dodgers. And I'm a Yankee fan. I would hope it's wrong. And I think when they get to the World Series, whoever they face, even Yankees, everybody's going to go with that team, the opposite team, to win the World Series. Because they want to see someone knock off Goliath. And that's what's going to happen. So that might be the show for baseball. But overall, I don't think that the health of baseball is poor right now.
No, and what makes it the issue is that the school board wants to extend with the Dodgers. It ain't that the Dodgers got him. It's the fact that he wants to extend it with them. And everyone says, well, every team could do what the Dodgers do. No, they can't.
Oh,
because the Dodgers have the location advantage.
Yes.
And some of these owners can't guarantee $500 million to a player. Right? What's their payroll this season?
It's probably like 350, 400 million.
Some of these owners can't afford to do that off the rip. Like just off of I invested 354 and then we wound up terrible like the Mets. I ain't got 354 to move around and play with like that right now. Oh. Some of them. Most of them do. Don't get me wrong. But some of them don't. But we're not going to act like the Dodgers do not have the location advantage also. Like, bring a salary cap, the Dodgers will probably still be the best team in baseball. But at least there will be something to watch in the regular season. Because it's getting to the point where the regular season doesn't matter.
No, yeah, it's true.
And that's
It's
the
getting to that
last
point.
thing baseball can afford.
That's exactly what's happened. But listen, also the Dodgers made $1 billion last year as an organization, right? $1 billion. No other team was made $1 billion.
No one is capable of it but the Yankees and the Mets.
Yeah, exactly. But
maybe the Cubs. And that's a strong maybe.
That's a strong maybe. Even the Red Sox, that's a strong maybe. Those are two strong organizations and markets, but to touch $1 billion as an organization. So the Dodgers, again, I'm not knocking the Dodgers and I'm not knocking the players. If I had a chance to play in Miami, or not Miami for baseball, but if I had a chance to play in LA or New York and make all that money, and I'm going to play in those markets, but I'd rather play in LA. The weather's nicer. Like, it's just better way of life. Like, I'm going to live in LA. I'm going to play for the best team. I don't knock the Dodgers. They're doing what they're supposed to be doing, but you can't let it keep going this way. It's not sustainable for successful baseball because we know the school was going to sign. Why wouldn't you want to sign? They're going to give them like $400 million. I'm going to sign there too. Like, I just think it's bad for competitiveness in baseball.
All 5 of their pitchers in their starting rotation are aces.
Yeah, they're number ones on every team they put. If they want any other team, they're number ones. Maybe 2s. I would say Glasnow could be a 2.
Sean, the team we both loved the most yesterday, the Cubs. Talk to me.
Yo, very surprising. You know why I liked it? Because it was a surprising move. I'm not a Chicago Cub fan. You're not a Chicago Cub fan. But when I saw her, I was like, man, they're going for it. Like, because their weakness is their starting pitching, right? And the offense has been better. And I've read something, they're second behind the Dodgers in run score. So it's not the offense as much, it's the pitching staff. Gossman and Holmes. Listen, I can't lie. When I see him, I'm like, damn, we had him as a closer. He's been a very effective starter. He's not a strikeout guy, but he can get a lot of ground balls. He's a very effective starter. I love those. Yeah, I love these moves from the Cubs because I'm like, all right, now you're in the race. You're in the again in baseball. Again, it's not a foregone conclusion. Dodgers going to win it, but now you give yourself a legitimate chance to get into the postseason and do some damage in them because those guys are 2s and 3s, but with the length of that rotation, I think they have an opportunity. I think they have a really good opportunity. I think the Brewers are better than them, but in a postseason series, we know how it goes. It's a crapshoot. I think you gave them your chance, your team, your organization, your fan base a legitimate chance. Maybe it's the last time in the last 4 or 5 years. I think the Cubs have a legitimate chance now. Yeah. I'm not saying they're going to win it. They have a chance. And I love moves like this. Instead of teams worrying about 2027, I love that some of these teams, Red Sox too, I give them credit too. Go for it now. You have a chance now. Go for it. I loved it. I love that move from the Cubs.
Yeah, I was happy to see the Cubs didn't just roll over and say, you know what, Dodgers, National League is yours. You know, Brewers, y'all can have fun trying to knock them off. Padres, y'all can have fun trying to knock them off. Nah, we're going to throw our names in the hat.
Love it.
The National League got that much better in a year that the National League is clearly head and shoulders above the American League. I think you just stole the words right out of my mouth. I will say this for Kevin Gausman, though. You had that laundry list of teams that you did not want to go to.
I saw the list.
You better perform. And I'm talking to you like this. Former Orioles have quite the reputation for doing pretty good at Wrigley Field. Look at your former teammate, Jake Arrieta.
He's special. Yeah.
You better go deliver. Oh, the Orioles make me mad. Hey, Jake Arrieta and Kevin Gausman looking like dog doo-doo for us.
Horrible.
And then look what they turned into when they left. I can't stand this.
I didn't even think those guys were
organization.
I didn't even think those guys were Major League Baseball level pitchers when they were with Baltimore. I can't lie. I'm gonna not even try to rub it in, but I really could not. I'm
No,
like,
none of us thought they were.
yeah, and then they leave, and I'm like, oh shoot. And Gosman has made himself a really good starting pitcher in the base. He's a good number 1 or 2 in certain situations, like probably a good number 2. But now the Cubs, excuse me, they got better. No one can say anything. They're a better team today than they were yesterday. Simple as that. Shout out to Jed Hoyer. They've been hoarding all those draft picks and stuff like that in prospects. Finally, put some of those chips to the table and say, let's go. I respect that. If I'm a Cubs fan, I'm excited. I woke up today like, yo, we got a chance. And that's all you need in baseball. You just need to get in and have a chance to win it. Because remember last year, the Dodgers blew out the Brewers 4-0, but the Padres gave them a challenge. Anything can happen in the postseason. That's the good thing about baseball.
Over in the West, Padres added Casey Mize. He's got a 2.70 ERA this year.
The Tigers in full rebuild mode now. That's all I talk about.
I think so.
Yeah, because you're giving out your 2 starting pitchers. That's tough. But listen, Christmas comes every year. Thanksgiving comes every year. A.J. Perella is going to trade for someone at the trade deadline every year. Like, he's an aggressive general manager. Every trade, I know it's funny. They have one of the weakest farm systems in the league, and they still were able to get Casey. I'm like, yo, what the hell? But every year, by hell or high water, he's going to make a trade. And on a team that was lacking a lot of starting pitchers due to injuries, this is a good move. Mize has been really good. He's been really good this year. So, and they're playing better. The guys are starting to hit better. First of all, Machado was horrible at the beginning of this year. Tatis Jr. was horrible at the beginning of this year. Those guys are starting to hit better.
Yeah.
Starting to hit better. That team is way more talented than what they showed at the beginning of this year. So that's another team. I respect it.
Only 2 games out of the wild card.
That's it. There's so many teams in the mix this year. It's actually good for baseball in that aspect because there's 22, 23 teams who are still in the mix to trying to get into the postseason. And you didn't really see, except for like the Mets, which they should have. The teams that should have sold. But you've seen a lot of teams trying to add this offseason, this trade deadline, excuse me. I was very impressed with that move.
The wild card race in National League is about to get interesting. So I don't think the Cubs make up 5.5. They even catch the Brewers for the division. So I think their thing is protecting this 4-game lead they have on the first wild card spot. But the Diamondbacks, the Phillies, the Padres, the Marlins, all vying for that last spot because Pittsburgh didn't do anything to say they want to make the playoffs this year. And the Cardinals didn't do anything at deadline to say they want to make the playoffs this year. And the way they fell off is ridiculous. And the Nationals selling off Garcia lets you know they want to wait another year. And I mean, they got to worry about keeping CJ Abrams over there right now, by the way. It's going to be fun. You know, what moves did Arizona make?
Nothing.
So all it takes is one cold stretch. And they can flip-flop with the Padres. I think the Phillies came away as my number 2 for that very reason. Like, hey, wild card race heated up. And you're one slump away, well, another slump away, I should say, from seeing yourself on the outside looking in. And you went ahead and said, nah, let me go ahead and get better. But these Padres, they're hot, man. They won 8 of their last 10. You shore up your rotation with Casey Mize. Now you just go out there and play baseball. Don't even worry about who's in front of you. You just go play.
Yeah, if you have
look up at the standings by mid-September.
I'm gonna be honest. The 2 favorites for the wild card spot to me are the Padres and the Phillies, just based off the talent. But because again, the Padres have underachieved, and I don't understand why at the beginning of the year those guys just was not. Well, I don't understand why they just wasn't hitting. Their offense was really bad, especially from the star players. But now this move, I would pick the Padres to come and overtake the Diamondbacks. I can't
lie. Over in the AL East, Adley Rutschman of the Baltimore Orioles is now a Boston Red Sox. So 100 wins, don't win a playoff game. Playoffs again the year after. Get swept again. This time it's the wild card. Missed the playoffs last year. Have a chance to make it this year, but you sell at the deadline. Get rid of Taylor Ward. He was around. That's fine. And I'm gonna be honest with you, not in too mad to get rid of Rushman because he clearly he's not going to extend. And you have Basayo, who you just paid. That's fine. But you kept him in the division. To Boston. At that. Hello. Is Baltimore not Baltimore? Is Boston not Baltimore's most hated city?
Over
the Ravens and the Patriots.
Oh, okay.
And the Orioles and the Red Sox. As a collective, Boston is the most hated city in town.
Mm-hmm.
And you send them there. Come on, man.
The other thing is,
and you got one top 100 prospect out of it.
Can we just say what the elephant in the room is, or about Rushman? Though I think the reputation overshadows the production, in a sense of everybody look at he's having a in baseball standards a good year, right? But he don't play.
All-Star game.
250.
Oh, he damn sure don't play. No,
he don't play.
He does not catch every day.
Yeah,
I have a real problem with that.
Oh yeah, come on, man. Like he was that guy. He was the face. He was gonna be the next Joe Mauer. That was 3 years ago. He ain't the guy. I think the Red Sox actually. I think they gave up a lot to give up 3 out of your 5 best prospects for him. Maybe 1 or 2 of those guys. So I'm not mad about you guys so high on him.
Apparently, the pitcher. So the first pitcher that's in the top 100 is supposed to be good.
Yes.
The other guy who they drafted last year, the Baseball America people are saying he's not having the season that they quite expected from him. So in Orioles terms, he's going to wind up being garbage in our farm system. And they got a young, toolsy position player, outfielder, I want to say. Pretty good. Thing is, he's big on exit velo, which in Baltimore terms means he's going to be a big strikeout guy. So I'm not excited about the return. There's stuff talking about. I got reminded the other day of exactly what the Orioles got for Manny Machado. Nothing.
Yo, listen. Baltimore, it reminds me of the Memphis Grizzlies. Remember how high everybody was on the Memphis Grizzlies, their future? I was really high on you guys a couple years ago. To see it decline this quickly to now, Boston's future is better than you guys. The Yankees' future is better than you. Right? Even Toronto added yesterday, which was surprising, right? Even though but they still added Soriano.
So not going anywhere.
And Tampa's not going anywhere. I don't get where Baltimore's at. I really don't get it because I'm like a couple years ago, we thought you guys were the team of the AL East for the next 5-10 years. Getting rid of Rushman. Some of the guys haven't panned out. Like Holiday has been okay.
No, Holiday's been great. He's getting calls.
252.
He is hot right now. He is hot.
All right, but what was he?
Look at his month of July. He was batting. I want to say he's north of 300 in July.
All right, but his overall average is 252 this year.
I'm just saying he's coming around. This is his second major league season. 252 in your second major league season.
No, I don't.
What's wrong with that?
252
in your second major league season.
250. I hate to go back, but 250 used to be a backup middle infielder in the 90s and early 2000s, even the 2010s. 250.
250 was not a backup middle infielder in the 2010s. Come on, man.
Yo, my boy Soto. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look him up for the Yankees. He backed up Jeter and he played second base. He'll play shortstop in a pinch. My boy used to bat 240, 252, and he had a solid glove. That was a backup middle infielder. Omar Vizquel was the best. Would hit 290, 270, 280 with an amazing glove. No disrespect. Again, Holiday's high pick. You guys want to be well. I'm good. But my point is, a lot of these guys that you guys had, position players too.
They ruined. Colton Cowser, Heston Kjerstad. Didn't know what to do with Kyle Stowers. You send him to Miami and becomes a damn good player.
It's been really good.
You traded Joey Ortiz and Connor Norby. I think Ortiz was part of the Burns deal. Just to not even bring Burns back.
No, Elias got to go, and that's for you to fall from that perch to where you're at now. I just named all the teams in the AL East.
In his press conference, he said a bunch of nothing yesterday.
Oh, I didn't see. What did he say? Let's go pull it up.
It's just. I'm taking these deep breaths like seriously, trying not to get mad. So just bear with me. According to Jake Rill, Orioles beat reporter for MLB.com, Mike Elias' full answer when asked why Orioles fans should believe he's the right person to lead the team back to winning ways after past 2 seasons of struggles. Because I damn sure don't believe. Let me step back a bit. When I joined this organization, the team's in a tough spot. Ownership was in transition. A lot of stress around the ownership situation. Had a lot of work to do, and we did it. Period of time, we won 100 games. Had a consistent farm system. A core that looked like it was a tremendous spot. Really historically strong spot. I got caught up in the narrative about a rebuild. Baseball is humbling and doesn't go linearly. Things shifted and changed. We had a lot of bad luck on the injury front. We had regression and things that changed course. The last couple of years have felt like a step back. We have so many good players in this organization. So many things going in terms of strength of infrastructure, the business side of the operation, the ownership, the facilities. We now have a top farm system. We have a great roster with a lot of really good players that are signed up for many years. We got things going for us right now. I like to keep that perspective, as we've all felt that 25 is a disappointment. And so far, the first half of 26 has been. We need to get better. We need to continue to adjust and evolve. Our competition is very stiff, but we like where we're at. The way that we've gotten here has felt different. The future is strong. I think it starts right now. Although 2 years ago, 3 years ago, you said this is the launching point. I'm done. I'm not reading any more of it.
Yeah. Now, yo, call a spade a spade. For years, it was the Angelos. I'm putting it all on David Rubenstein, the new owner.
And he's like, Elias tricked him into. He's just in love with him for some reason.
He doesn't know baseball. I watched his podcast when we bought the Orioles. He was like, I don't really know baseball. And he talked about how good investment is. Is he treating it like an investment, or is he trying to get the right people in there? Because for you to fall off that perch, and again, I just named the teams. I don't see them jumping any of those teams in the AL East. I think Toronto's having a bad year, but they're going to bounce back. I love their ownership over there and their front office. I don't see it. So where Rubenstein is the owner, where is the accountability from him? Because me and you, we don't own the team, but we can see Baltimore has fallen off that perch, and the only person who remains is Elias.
Came gave Elias the promotion to president of baseball operations, and then let him promote all his friends and ruined the organization. And then when Jason Lockout continues to call him out for it, they get him fired from the local radio station. Where's Rubenstein?
The problem
on the Bloomberg and MSNBC talking finances.
Finances. Yeah. That's all I know him for, because I be forgetting he owns the Baltimore Orioles. Yo, listen. The problem with these evaluations going so high, only really like techie people, people in that mix. They're gonna hire more of the geeks to run their organizations. Let's be real. This is only gonna get worse. The geeks are gonna run the organization. Look at Freeman was a geek, but he's really good. We got to give him credit for that, right? I'm not saying all geeks. Theo Epstein was a geek, amazing, Hall of Famer, but not all of them need to run baseball operations, because you do need a balance of it. And so I think that's my issue with certain guys.
I got you right here. Baseball people, right? Who else is part of this ownership group, Sean?
Cal Ripken, right?
Where's Cal?
I haven't seen
Where's
Cal.
Cal?
Good point. Cal's a part of it. Great point. Great point.
Grant Hill was part of this thing. He just wants to be owner of his childhood team. That's it. He got Team USA basketball to worry about.
No, but if it falls
So he
at
ain't putting no input in on this. I don't think Grant Hill's been to a game since he joined the ownership group.
No, but I agree with you. Cal Ripken is the guy because remember when Jeter got a small percentage of the Miami Marlins, he was still the guy running the Miami Marlins. So Cal is the baseball guy. Cal should have a bigger say in the organization.
And this is a guy who owned one of the single A teams, by the way, the Ironbirds out in Aberdeen. So
crazy.
Like you're clearly the most baseball guy, the most qualified in the ownership group. Where are you at?
Where you at?
Why are you not in Elias's ear? Hey, man. I mean, not Elias's ear, Rustein's ear. Hey, Elias ain't the guy. Get rid of him.
Simple as that. It makes sense. The results have not matched the talent and has declined over the last couple of years. Simple as that. I don't understand how he keeps his job.
And if he won't, then pull what Magic did to Jeannie Buss when she didn't let him fire Luke Walton. I gotta go. Hey, I'll sell my share of the team.
It was smart. Magic got out there. But listen, if you want to keep him, surround him with, like you said, the right
Ain't
people.
no keep him. No, I'm not letting you finish that thought, Sean. I hate to do that to you. I love you. All due respect. I'm not letting you finish that thought.
I respect it. Listen, I ain't too happy about my GM up I-95, and we'll talk about him too. So I get you what you're saying. I ain't happy about it, but I've been complaining about him for 5 years now. I don't know what type of relationship him and Hal have because this is ridiculous.
He got dirt on him. That's.
He's been in the same job for 25. He's been in the same job for 20 plus years. That's unheard of in sports. That's ridiculous. Crazy.
No promotion.
Crazy.
A full decade without a chip, which is supposed to get you fired with the Yankees. You know what it is?
16 years.
We just don't value tradition anymore. That's
Crazy.
the issue.
Crazy.
Don't care about the Oriole way. Don't care about the Yankee way. Like, yeah, the Orioles, or the Yankees are supposed to win a World Series, and at least in every decade, the Yankees are supposed to win at least 2 World Series. I hate them, but I can concede to that.
Yeah, that's tradition.
You won none in the 2010s, and
we're halfway through the 2020s.
You're halfway through the 20s. We're about to enter the late 20s. 27's right around the corner.
Come on. Let me look up how long he's been the general manager. That's 16 years without a world championship. And I guess I can't even.
I know. I understand.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I understand your frustration, but I've been dealing with this for, listen, 16 years. I got to find out how long he's been. Brian Cashman.
Now take all that anger you feel, right? And now imagine how Orioles fans feel after pissing away the late 90s team and stinking all the way until the early 2010s. Having to rebuild after 2016 and then pissing away this team. All the while, the only ace you've had in that span after the late 90s is Corbin Burns, who you had for 1 year.
For 1 year. Listen, I consider myself not a jealous person. I'm going to be real. But I am jealous with what's happening in Los Angeles. And this is the reason why. Because I know we don't have Mark Walters' money, but we could be run better because we're the New York Yankees. And he's been the general manager since 1998. Javon, you watch sports. When does this happen? A guy's here from 1998 is 2026.
When they own the team.
Exactly. Exactly. When you own the team, you don't own the team. So that's crazy. And it's, again, I understand those 5 World Series. I'll give you credit for that. Cool. But there's been 16 years. There's been head coaches. Tom Coughlin in New York, he won 2 titles. But after a certain point, we got to switch directions. So the point is as 16 years without a world championship, You tell me that at no point in these prospects, we're going to talk about that. These famed prospects that you always hold on to haven't done nothing. And you're still
Volpe's
the
about to be Volpe's about to, he's garbage.
He's gone.
Garbage. Jason Dominguez is on his way.
Garbage. Garbage.
Let's
Prize
see.
prospects he holding on to.
They didn't get the most out of Gleyber Torres.
Nope.
Was Gary Sanchez one of their guys?
Yes.
Yeah. Strikeout king.
Gone.
Who else came up in that system?
Phil Hughes. I remember him for a while ago. I think his problem is he holds on to he like, Lombard is about to come up. Let's see. But he holds these prospects like they're, I don't know, gold. And at the end of the day,
I know his issue is he keeps trying to rebuild the core four.
I see what you're saying. This ain't the early 2000s.
Like, oh man, we can do it again. We can do it again. We can do it again. It's gonna be this guy, and this guy who do it. All right, I was wrong. This guy's gonna take his spot. All right, now yeah, this guy's got to take his spot. But when you got to keep changing it, you're just wrong, man.
And not to discredit him, the Yankees won the title in 1996, and then he took over at 98, and then won that dynasty run. They were already championship DNA when he took over the team in 96. They lost in 97 to the Indians. I still remember Sandy Alomar hit a home run on Mariano Rivera. You would have thought God just came back, because at that point, no one hit Mariano Rivera in the postseason. I'll never forget that. And then they won on that dynastic run. Cool. But it says 98. And then after that, 2000, you won 8 years while winning the title to 2009. Come on, man. Like, I sympathize with you. But come on, man. 98? Going on 20 years? No, it's more than 20. What am I talking about? 30 years?
Coming up on 30.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my, yo. That just hit me. That just hit me. Javon, you watch sports. That's never happened. 30 years? Oh, my God.
Oh, man.
30 years in one job? Javon, no. I don't hear you talk about lies anymore. No. No, that's wild. 30 years?
No.
That's wild.
Yo, I've never seen you get that, man. Oh, my man turned his back to the camera.
Wow. 30 years? Oh my gosh, I'm getting sick of me thinking. Yo, let's switch up. Yo, I can't even talk about this anymore. 30 years in a job. Come on, Javon. Wow. Damn. Yeah. All right, you guys. Phillies add Raleigh and Arias to a team. Yeah, I can't get over that. 30 years in a job, Javon, that doesn't happen. Come on.
Oh my goodness, man.
You know what's
man.
Yo, you know what something finally hits you? And you're like, I'm like 20 years. And I'm like, oh no, 30 years?
No, nah. Because how many times have I started ranting about the Lakers and out of nowhere I just can't finish the sentence because I got up and stormed off? I get it, man. I get it.
That is crazy. 30 years. I've never seen that in baseball. I've never seen that in sports since somebody watches sports. That's some craziness. All right. Phillies got Arias and Raleigh from, who did Raleigh go from? He went from
the Mets.
The Mets. From the Mets. Excuse me. Great pickups. First of all, I said in the group chat, people need to stop respecting batting average and guys who make contact. This is Arias' 5th team in 5 years. No respect. I don't care what anyone says. That's the lack of respect. If I'm him, I think it's so disrespectful because he does something a lot of guys don't do. He puts the ball in play and gets hits in this era. And we were just talking about Jackson Holiday batting 252. What are we talking about? He ain't a better hitter than this guy.
He in his 2nd year, man.
Dang. My
It's
bad.
his second year.
I'm just using that as a sample. But yo, you had an MVP candidate in last year who was batting 240, 250, talking about he was the MVP
And
last
look
year.
at where he is now.
He's horrible. So my point is the Phillies got a good pickup with him. The only thing is, where's he gonna play?
So Bryce Harper's moving back to right field. Alec Bohm sliding from third to first, which great. Give him the Kobe Mayo treatment. Although I'm seeing Kobe Mayo back at third base these days. I don't know, but he's moving from third to first, which is great for him. Bryson Stott is going to make the move from second to third, and Arias is going to play second.
When is the last time Bryce Harper's played the outfield?
About 3 years, maybe a little longer.
Ugh. I like it hitting wise, but I didn't know that.
Bryce Harper's a bad outfielder. It was just his shoulder. He's good now.
Bryce, let's see. But I don't think that makes him better defensively. But Arias has been really good defensively at second base.
I think you got Alec Bohm away from the left side of the field.
Good point.
I think that's instantly an upgrade. I mean, we ain't got to lie about it now. It's there for you all to see.
Yeah.
I mean, that brother be looking like he want to jump off the daggone Divine Lorraine Hotel sometimes, man.
Good point.
This is going to save him the ridicule that comes from that fan base. They're betting like the top of the order. There's no excuse for it not to be Trey Turner leading off. Arias batting second. Bryce Harper third. Schwarber cleanup. I don't want to see Kyle Schwarber batting second anymore. You got Arias there. Turner, Arias, Harper, Schwarber. You figure out what you're doing 5 through 9. I don't care. As long as that is the order of your top 4. Brandon Marsh plays every day in center field. JT Realmuto that's their next thing. They do have to find their next catcher.
JT's not the same guy.
Because JT's not the same guy, and you got a backup behind him that's never going to be more than a backup. Garrett Stubbs. No.
Yeah, he's not good. Do you think this team is good enough to win the World Series?
What's the hottest ballpark after October?
Philly.
With this batting lineup, they can go on a run. Because the Phillies are a wild card away from being a contender. And to me, that wild card is Aaron Nola waking up. Aaron Nola wakes up in the postseason, you're right back to an electric CBP and playing a team you just don't want to see.
That's a lot because
that's a big if.
I was gonna say
because he's like a 5.3 ERA this year.
Yeah, he's not good.
But you've already got Chris Sanchez. You get a healthy Zach Wheeler. You've got your top 2. If Nola somehow wakes up, just like that, that's another dangerous team right up there with the Brewers, the Cubs, and the Dodgers.
Yeah, because if you could go 3 deep in the postseason, you have a really good chance. Any team, if you could go 3 deep, because those guys will at least pitch twice in the second 7-game series, and definitely 4 out of your 5 games in the postseason. In the first round, you have a chance. You have a really good chance.
All right. Sean, the Mariners went out and got Taylor Ward. I think he's going to play right field for them every day. Maybe left field. Either way, he's going to be an everyday outfielder. Do you think plugging that hole in the batting lineup was enough for Seattle?
Maybe. I think at this point they needed a right-handed bat. That's what he is. The only thing is like, no, actually, I gotta be real. Taylor Ward is cool, but he don't move the needle like that to me. I don't think he moves the needle like that for me. That team desperately, I think they needed 2
his
bats.
On-base percentage is it's like top 2 in baseball right now, or top 2 in the American League.
That's fine, but who's batting behind him? The problem with that team is the offense. Yeah, I mean, like I think a lot of guys haven't hit what they were supposed to do. What happened to J Rod? What happened to his, you know what I'm saying? Like some of these guys have not lived up to Riley, like you said. My problem with the Mariners is like you put in. I didn't even like their batting lineup, to be honest with you, when they went to the ALCS last year. Like I wasn't in love with it. And so I'm not I think Taylor Ward's a good player. Again, like you said, he's having a solid year and definitely in a walk year. He's gonna get paid. But I don't know if it moves the needle for Seattle. Like, we're depending on Taylor Ward to spark that offense. I don't see it.
So I look at it like this: when they get healthy, we know Cal Raleigh, everyday catcher, Josh Naylor, every day at first base, Cole Young, every day at second base, having a good season. Brendan Donovan, every day at third base. We like Brendan Donovan on this podcast. J.P. Crawford, every day at short. And then your outfield's Rosarena, J. Rod, and Taylor Ward. I don't think designated hitter is a good spot for them right now, to be honest with you. Actually, I'm wrong. No, Dominic Canzone's having a good season. What am I saying? I think 1 through 9, when all of them are actually, playing well, playing up to who they're supposed to be, they're fine. Rosarena's batting average is 282 right now.
Yep.
I think this plugged a good hole. I don't like J. Rod batting 254, to be honest with you. We expect him to be better than that. Josh Naylor, like, just 235 pounds and only had 8 home runs this season.
Yeah, weight doesn't depend on how you hit the big hit a baseball.
Well, no. If you're going to be a chubby first baseman, damn it, you need to be slugging.
You're saying you need to be Prince Fielder, and that's what you're saying.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Okay,
Prince Fielder, Jim Tomei, David Ortiz. If you got a stomach and you're playing first base, you need to be hitting. Where's Daniel Vogelberger these days, man? No, Vogelbach, excuse me. Where he at? Nowhere. Why? Because he's wider than all outside and can't get the ball out of the ballpark. I don't make the rules. It's like this team is really Cal Raleigh getting his stuff together away from having a very good 1 through 9 lineup. But he's batting 162. Can I be honest with you? Can't even say this. Because daggone Mitch Garver ain't no better at 175. I wouldn't have been mad if they went and got a catcher. I wouldn't have been mad. Just doing some, hey, you ain't hitting. Go sit down for a minute. We got to get back to, like, not being afraid to coach. 162, that's all that's keeping the Mariners from being the best team in the West. Because the West stinks.
Oh, the West
stinks.
I just got the standings. The Astros at 58 and 56, best team in the West. The West is wide open. So I don't know what this move does for. I don't know.
Bet Cal Raleigh 9th and let the rest of these guys who are actually doing their jobs do their jobs, and you're fine. Well, J.P. Crawford, when he comes back, needs to be better too. Because batting 212 just ain't cutting it. That ain't cutting it at all. So yeah, him and Cal Raleigh have to get their stuff together for this move to mean something.
Yeah, for me to not make it all about myself and my team, but I got to catch up at in 167, playing every day.
Austin Wells here, the talking Yanks guy. I'm not happy with him.
We're gonna talk.
I'm really shocked they get Aaron Boone to go on that podcast every week.
Yeah, they
grill him. So Boone gets my respect for going on there and taking that grilling every week. It isn't trolling. Like, they are legitimately, nah, Booney, we need explanations for this, and this. And I hate his explanations, but hey, he's going on the podcast. He doesn't even have to acknowledge exists every week.
I respect it. Because you know what it is? Jumbo Media and those guys and talking, those are real Yankee fans. You know what I like about them? They're fans. They're not like just media personalities. They're legit Yankee fans, and how they saw their thing was all for baseball. And so I watch them and I see them interview and they're talking. I'm like, That's how I feel. Like it's no sugarcoating thing. So when they interview Boone, it's no sugarcoating it. I respect it. It's a really
They
good podcast.
are as informed as I won't say informed.
In tune.
But in terms of the whole organization, like they are as in tune as a beat reporter. Probably
they know.
more.
They know. They know. Their network is based around the Yankees.
They are literally like sources away from being the best beat reporters in baseball.
That's a
They're
good
just
point.
podcasters.
They're just podcasters, yeah. But I love that podcast. I can't lie, and it keeps me informed. But I know we're going to talk about the Yankees in a second.
And speaking of the Yankees, where should Garcia play for? Way to make your debut last night, by the way. Me and Sean were definitely in the group chat clowning the Yankees for going and making that deal. And then he, 2-run bomb last night?
2-run home run, yeah. Listen, I think like first of all, the kid over the last couple year and a half, I looked up his numbers. He's produced.
Like I got in the National League this year.
Yeah, I got to give him credit. And I don't want to discredit. He's 26, 27 years old. He's under another year of control. Cool. Fine. The problem is it's the bigger play for me. And you got Ramos from the Giants. But now you said like, what's his name? It's a shortstop. I forgot his name. Lost my train of thought. He's going down. What's the shortstop? The kid Volpe's going down, and then Dominguez is going down. That should show a organizational failure because those two guys were high prospects that you wouldn't trade anyone for, and now you're bringing Lombard Jr. I hope he is the guy because we need a shortstop. We definitely need our answer for the long term, right? But that's an organizational failure, and I think also
John Caballero just like that. Speaking of talking Yanks,
yeah. Listen, and my biggest thing, those are solid moves, and the Garcia Jr. is special. We'll come back and I'll take it back. The problem is, Sean, is that the catcher position. I think we have the worst catchers in baseball. And then you let Rushman, and then you come out. This is why it pissed me off about Cashman. This is what pissed me off yesterday. I can't lie. I was like, I can't wait to talk about this on the podcast. Just shut your mouth about Rushman. Just shut your mouth. We don't need to know you try to get Rushman. You didn't get it done. And the team in your division got it done. Yeah, does that make sense? Because I'm thinking, well, the Red Sox gave these prospects up. So for me, Lombard Jr., you didn't want to put him in the deal because that's your guy. That's the guy you say he's the next shortstop. So I'm thinking the Red Sox gave up their top prospect. We didn't give up our top prospect. That's why we need to get the deal done. That's all I can think about. It's like the Red Sox gave up their top prospect to go get the catcher and try to win now. You didn't. That position, Austin Wells, is horrible. He is not an everyday catcher.
They have a solution.
Go.
That they don't want to use because they don't want to put the wear and tear on him. Ben Rice came up as a catcher.
Nah.
Catcher all through his college days. He played catcher in the minors.
Okay.
Full-time catcher at Dartmouth.
Yep.
And when Judge comes back, you need somewhere for everyone to play. So just hear me out.
I'm listening.
If he's catching and then lets Garcia play first with Jazz, who I hate in the Yankee jersey. I'm just being honest with you.
Oh, Jazz got to go.
Ryan McMahon, Caballero, who I like personally. Bellinger, who do you want in center field?
Why can't you move Bellinger to center field, Judge in right field? Didn't Garcia Jr. play outfield before? No, didn't Chisholm play outfield before?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, Chisholm in left field. Then you in second base you have Garcia Jr. and then first base Ben Rice.
Okay, so
that's
who's
why
DHing for you.
Stan has to be DH. He can never play anything else. Okay,
so Giancarlo Stanton plays 5 games a season. So I'm gonna ask you again, who's DHing for you?
That's a good one. Well, hopefully he comes back.
Paul Goldschmidt, 246, 16 bombs this year.
Goldschmidt, Ramos. So we just got one of those guys can be our DH.
Okay,
and that solves it.
And you're just going into the postseason with catcher being just a terrible spot for you.
My only thing is you switch Ben Rice to catcher right now in the middle of this, not even in the middle of the season, August. He's having a really good offensive year. I just think that's tough. I think
Okay.
you told me if you
Would
told
you
me
be open to it in the winter?
yes, that's what's going to exactly. If you told
Okay.
me, hey, we're going to give you the whole winter, you're going to be the new catcher for the Yankees. I'm for it. Like you give him the chance, blah blah blah. You know he's entrenched at that position. Cool, but I can't co-sign it in August. Like especially with the way the pitching staff is going, we just know we only have 8 capable hitters in the lineup, and Austin Wells will be someone that you have to pinch hit for at certain points in the postseason.
I can live with that.
Yeah.
But for right now, with Judge out, got to weather the storm. And I don't think there's any. And Balance is on the 10-day right now. Yeah.
Yeah. It's tough right
Be
now.
interesting.
It's tough. And the Red Sox are hot. And the Red Sox are hot.
Hot.
Like they can overtake us for that top wild card spot.
And Aaron Rushman's only going to make them better.
Yeah.
Staying in our beloved AL East. What did you think of the Rays deadline?
Can Freddie come back to what he was last year? Like,
I think that's the debate on.
But in that organization, in that team, if I Freddie, I'm happy I went there because they have a history. They can make it work there. I don't think he'll be as bad as he was for the Mets, but I love that move getting the catcher from the Marlins, Wells. I think that was a listen. The two best, the 3 out of the 2.
They got Tyler Wells, the pitcher from the Orioles.
I thought he won. Well, oh, they got Tyler Wells. Oh, my bad, from the Orioles. Adding more depth to the starting pitching. Adding more depth. That's it.
He started playing closer for the Orioles once all the guys got hurt, and actually was doing pretty solid. So they got a guy who can flip between the rotation and the bullpen.
To do both. I think at the end of the day, that team is the best team in the American League. I would not be surprised. I won't be surprised if the World Series is one of those 3 teams in the AL East in a rematch against the Dodgers. Like, because they've recently faced all 3 of them have recently faced the Dodgers in the World Series.
Yeah.
So I would not be surprised.
2018, 2020, and 2024.
Yeah, those are the World Series matchups, the AL East. So I think those moves have solidified the Rays. It's key is a Peralta to me. Is Peralta, can he get back to that level with them? Then they're definitely the favorites to go into the postseason.
I think if there's any team who can get these guys to their maximum level, it is Tampa.
Yes.
So I love it. They love their small ball. They weren't going to touch their bat line up. Let's just go ahead, and the pitching is just where it's at to keep teams from scoring while we manufacture our runs. Very Tampa Bay move. The one I'm intrigued by is, can the White Sox get Luis Castillo back to his old form? Because if they can, I don't think they can. But if they can, I think they lock up a wild card. Well, I think they lock up the Central, actually. Excuse me.
I think it's a low risk, high reward situation. Same with Peralta and Tampa Bay. Like low risk, high reward. Because at the end of the day, Tampa Bay could win the World Series if he doesn't produce or get to the World Series.
Where is Peralta?
New York.
That was just a dysfunctional clubhouse.
Can I say something? I don't know if they're on a rundown. I don't think they are.
Oh, yeah, you can't get off today without talking about the Mets. Go.
Yeah, I got to say this. I like the moves the Mets made because at the end of the day, you took a hard look in the mirror and be like, yo, we're not good enough. And you look and you sold and you sold and you sold. And you sold a lot of your key players. Did they move off of Weaver? Luke Weaver? I don't think they moved Luke Weaver.
So.
But they were able to get some value. Again, who knows? Like you said, these prospects and whatever. But I think Stern's best attribute when he came from the Brewers was he was able to develop a really good farm system. They still have a really good farm system in Milwaukee, so maybe it's just Milwaukee. But I think if that's the key, same with Freeman. I'm bringing you over. Hey, you have these assets. You have this money. But what I bring you really over is to find me young, controllable players that we can grow together. Then we supplement it with the money if we have to go get a Ohtani or we got to go get a Blake Snell. That's why I want to build my organization on. I don't want to build it the way that the Mets did it. So I actually like the moves the Mets made because I think it brings back the studs. And I think Stearns had the ability to evaluate talent, young talent. That's the way they need to build it back up.
I'm with you. Got anything else?
Good baseball talk. I haven't talked baseball as much in a long time.
There you go. All right.
This whole weekend, I was texting my boy Francisco. We were texting about baseball. I'm like, August is when the season starts for me, so I'm excited.
There we go. All right. Well, Sean's got to get out of here.
Yeah.
So do I. So we'll catch you.
All right. Later.